Hey guys, this is another post in a stream of recent posts, which is quite unusual for my channel and user status. Anyhow, this video will be about different forms of altruism and perspectives and why we should accept any and all forms of activism for the greater good. I've been watching several videos of vegan activism, and while their cause is undoubtedly good, I respectfully disagree with some of their priorities. After watching some of these videos, I noticed a hurtful pattern. The videos I watched were blatantly insulting meat eaters and their lifestyle choices based solely on the fact that the vegan choice is the right choice to make. Don't get me wrong, I too agree with them that factory farming and animal cruelty are wrong, and I agree with other things that they stand for. I also have absolutely no qualms with their dietary choices and agree that plant-based diets are overall a lot healthier. However, I disagree with where their priorities are set. I like animals, but I don't love animals. I don't think eating meat is wrong, and I value human lives over animal lives. It would be absurd to think that vegans don't value human lives, but their perspectives are definitely different than that of most people. The real issue is just that, different perspectives clashing with each other. Like I said before, many of the vegan activism videos I watched were very insulting and didn't take the values that meat eaters hold seriously. Instead, the videos focused on shaming people for their dietary choices and being very uppity when challenged with a different point of view. However, this is definitely not reserved to just vegans. I was just using them as an example because these were the videos I've been watching most recently. Passion with cruelty is common to many people who stand for something strongly, and this is definitely evident with the current American election. Hillary supporters and Trump supporters tend to hate each other with a burning passion because of their different stances of political values, and each side demonizes the other. To get to the main point, I will say this. Different perspectives on how to do good are never inherently wrong, so long as the person wishes to do good instead of evil. There will always be things that are inherently wrong, like racism, terrorism, violence, among other things, but different opinions on different forms of altruism is always complicated. Take people who are pro-life or pro-choice, for example. Both stances of the abortion issue are completely opposite of each other, but both sides want to do what is in the best interest of the issue at hand. It is ridiculous to say that all people who are pro-life are against women's rights, just as much as it is ridiculous to say that pro-choice people support killing infants. People, including myself, tend to forget that differences are not inherently right or wrong. They are merely differences, and therefore neutral. However, most people are not neutral in everything. Almost everyone has an opinion on something, and almost everyone wants to do good and contribute positively to society in their own ways. Going back to the vegans, for example, the way they see doing good is helping the cause of animal rights, environmentalism, and moral farming practices, whereas for me personally, I stand for social justice and human issues. I understand that social justice is a really broad topic, but the things I stand for most within the social justice spectrum are anti-racism and LGBTQ support. There are other people who support different social justice issues, such as preventing human trafficking and preventing gun violence, and they may disagree with where my priorities lie or my perspective altogether, but as long as they are attempting to create positivity in their lives and in the lives of others through whatever means they can, they and their viewpoints deserve to be respected. What many people, myself included, forget is there is no superior form of goodness. Positivity is positivity and love is love. The only differences are how we choose to express and support positivity in the world. Nobody has the same priorities or interests. If we did, everyone would be a doctor, for example, and then there would be no engineers, scientists, teachers, mechanics, artists, or what have you. Or what if everyone stood for the same issues? If everyone stood for fixing poverty, for example, animal cruelty, LGBTQ rights, gun and gang violence, human trafficking, and starvation would be ignored. The reality is that nobody is created equal except under the eyes of the law, and this is a good thing. We need different perspectives and different voices telling us to fix different problems or nothing will ever get solved. We need people to be passionate for the things they believe in or nobody will do anything to fix the ills of humanity. The one thing we will never need is hatred, but unfortunately passion and hatred go hand in hand just like passion and love go hand in hand. Another thing that people also forget, myself especially, is that very few issues are black and white. Going back to the abortion issue, for example, I believe in being pro-choice. However, I disagree with the idea of abortion and only agree with its practice on a pragmatic stance. I can easily understand the perspectives of people who are pro-life, but I will also not change my stance of being pro-choice. The reason that abortion is so complicated is because under the law, it is illegal to murder a human being, but pragmatically, in my opinion, abortion can be the most logical choice under certain circumstances. What if the woman was raped? What if it was incest? What if the pregnancy would kill the mother? There are equal amounts of questions pro-life people can ask regarding abortion. Shouldn't the parents be held responsible for creating a child? Why does the baby deserve to die for something someone else did? If abortion is okay, why is it not okay to kill an infant outside the womb? These are all complicated questions that should be taken seriously by both sides, and every answer should be respected regardless of where you stand. This is not true just for abortion, but for all issues. As I've said before, most everyone has an opinion on something, and most people want to do good in society based on their beliefs and interests. There is no superior form of positivity because all positivity is positive. All people who do good should be treated with respect and dignity, even if their priorities don't match our own. What do you guys think? Are there better ways to do good over other ways? If so, why? Let me know in the comments.